been a few days, I know. But we're back with more Atelier! And we have this really obnoxious boss to have to prepare for. With the insane amount of turns that obnoxious dude gets, this is like heal, another attack, heal, another attack, heal, another attack. So clearly, we're at a very much of a crossroads where we're going to need to do a lot of preparation. And that probably means a lot of side questing, a lot of alchemy, a lot of all sorts of things that aren't necessarily tackling the problem head on. I think gone are the days of the Griffins where we could find a quick fix and solve it the next day. I don't think it's happening for this fight. So, because of that, our objective is going to be kind of switched. I'm not necessarily going to rush this. I'm not going to try to look to beat the boss quickly. I'm not going to even try the boss. We're going to look into our alchemy trees. We're going to see what I can obtain. We can see what, now that we've unlocked the red things, what that unlocks for us. We're maybe even going to go back into some of the other dimensional paths. We're going to try and bolster ourselves as much as possible, except for the skill paths. And the reason why is because, like usual, the way I like tackling skill paths is as follows. It's the same thing as literally not in other games. I like to save the game once I feel ready. And then after that, I like to, after the save, try a build and try a set of buffs and use our skill points to try and shore up what I think we might need. And then give the boss a shot. And then on that shot, if we manage to beat the boss, I will save the progress and we will have locked in those skill points and we'll be maybe even from 0 or wherever we are grinding up again. If not, then I can go back and go, you know what, I didn't necessarily want those skill points allocated there. Let me either try something else or let me go back to the drawing board or whatever it is. They're not lost completely in something I might not actually want to have anymore because maybe they didn't work out the way I wanted. Maybe I misread or misunderstood how something would work or interact with something else, and so on and so forth. And so that's a part that we'll leave aside. But there are all manner of different missions we can get to. There's all manner of different things we can try and, you know, explore and develop and create. And hopefully, especially because, you know, Sophie gave us all that, like, extended tree stuff. And maybe we can make something there that can help us. So, let's have a look at what we're doing with that. Hope all is well on this Thursday evening for me. We will be doing some Digimon later as well. Definitely be back on that too sooner rather than later. Explore Shooting Star Lake. Yeah, that's the place that has the enemy, right? Just for reference. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Indeed. So, if we need more money, we can always get more money. Let's see what we can do regarding some of these skill trees. We have Unknown Orgite now, as long as we have Ticker Metal, so we can make both this and this. Let's see what they give us. Okay. That's fine for right now. Is this the Unknown Orgite? Is this Metal Ore? Metal Ore what? Sophia. We're gonna need the Unknown Orgite, right? So they have an S grade. Just like the Mamsmith and many other games. I have something to talk about Mamsmith. I don't want to be falling out of love with the game. I still love the anime. But bloody hell is trying to train Rice Shower the most hateful, abominable thing I ever signed up for without realizing. That's right, I used my ticket. We'd already used the other ones for the random ones, and I showed it on stream, and I got fucking Special Week and Taiki Shuttle, and I didn't want those. Of all the characters, those were the last two that I wanted. I also had real shit luck with the SSR cards as well. That were terrible. Especially, like, the winning ticket and the Air Shakur ones. Just absolute garbage. Really, really painful. However, you know, I then decided on my own time later to use the extra ticket for who I wanted most, who is, you know, one of my waifus. Not my main waifu. My main waifu is still Kira, but she's definitely up there with Raisha. I like the look of Raisha the first time I laid eyes on her and Bajira McQueen. But fuck, it is nigh impossible to get her to bloody cooperate with me in her career. I have lost like 30 alarm clocks for basically nothing. The one thing I was able to do was complete her career and beat the Ura race, the Ura finale, which actually was my first ever long Ura. But trying to make like a competitive B-level runner out of her is just hell. Not only is her career pretty damn difficult, but she just has this knack, unlike any other trainee I've ever tried training. To lose races, she has no reasonable cause for losing. Just absolutely sucks. She runs like an idiot. She gets herself trapped all the time. It's really dumb. It's very frustrating. And I've put a lot of effort trying to get her to work, and I'm not happy with the last 3-4 days trying to get her to not be complete garbage. But that has been an impossible task so far. I may well continue trying and give you an update on how I'm doing, but bloody hell, she's awful. She's actually just fucking awful. Oh, here's the unknown guy. There we go. Got another guy. So yeah. That is something I've been doing. Quite a bit of, actually. And I also absolutely adore the anime. I think the anime is absolutely fantastic. Gold Eisen. It's just blue to yellow. Attack 6. So it's always going to be... That's not correct, right? You can always change it. Maybe the bases. When used as an ingredient for weapons and linked with a blue or yellow gift color, boost equipment attack by 6. I like that it's sheep. That's helpful. Oh, now it's green-red. So what the fuck is that blue-yellow brackets all about? I like the cheap ones. And each one only has one attribute, by the way. Which makes it even worse. So yeah. I've made my team for Leo Cup. I'm going to be running front runner Majira McQueen. I already had her and the end closer Mayana Top Gun just made casually by doing other things like missions and such. Now that missions are kind of like taking a back seat, and I'm fully in on trying to do PvP stuff. And then the final one that I made for PvP, the first horse I made for PvP, is a really nice Agnes Top Gun. Agnes Tachyon. Pace Chaser. And yeah, I know Urban Guides have said that this doesn't work, but I want to see it for myself, because I feel like there are instances where it could work, and I would still be happy with those instances. She's a bit of a hybrid, and she has 3 recovery skills. I think it's Swinging Maestro, Breath of Fresh Air, which is apparently random, even though the description does not say that it's random whatsoever. All it says is you get recovery on a straight. Okay, that sounds good to me. Why is it random? Where's the RNG in that? You go on outside of every skills RNG. So outside of every skills RNG having the requirement to proc with wit. Beyond that, why is that particularly considered an RNG trait? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. There's nothing explaining it. It's just, the description is recovers energy on the straight. Maybe not those exact words, but that's what it's saying. That's just good. What's wrong with that? Why is it everyone's laughing at Bofa, Breath of Fresh Air, and saying, what a stupid skill. Like, I mean, what is going on? There are other skills that, read like they're okay, and then they're like, oh, this one's amazing. But like when it comes to Bofa and some other skills, it's just like, oh, this is a joke. Why? There's no explanation at all. I don't get it. Where is the RNG coming from? That is on top of the regular RNG, right? Because they're specific. Every skill requires RNG to proc because you need wit, and wit needs to be high enough, and that's still a probability to get it to proc when you want it. That's with every skill, pretty much. The only skills that don't have that are race start skills, which is why groundwork is a guarantee, and people like it. But outside of that, outside of like firm conditions, if it's on firm conditions, or standard distance if it's a multiple of 400, or anything that's just like green starter skills and things that operate off of that, everything is a random skill. Swinging Maestro is random. You're not always going to have Swinging Maestro proc. It's not going to happen. Not every race. You have to be lucky that it does proc when you want it. So what's different? One requires a straight, and it will potentially proc. The other requires a corner, and it will potentially proc. Everyone loves Swinging Maestro. The descriptions are basically exactly the same. What am I missing? Why is it not clear that somehow everybody looks at Bofa and doesn't look at it as a Swinging Maestro for straights? Because that's what I see. For the description of the move, it says Swinging Maestro for straights. That's what it reads to me. Where is this additional RNG? Why is it considered a fake or bad skill? What is this rubbish? Anyway, I'll just work with it for now. I don't understand it. It drives me mad. Why do people not like the skill? The skill looks great. But nobody's explained it, so yeah, what I got. They haven't explained why they think it's an RNG skill. They've just explained that it's a bad skill and an RNG skill. They haven't explained why. At all. This is why I know that people tend to poo-poo it. Again, nobody's explained why. Certainly the game doesn't. And then okay, yes, one of her she has 3 recovery skills. She has her special, she has Swinging Maestro, and she has Bofa. The other is that she has 3, because she's a hybrid, debuff skills. She is the only one in my team that has debuff skills. And because she's a pace chaser, one of them is Trick Front. Which is pretty nice, you get Trick, and it occurs, when you're near the front. You are going to be near the front, hopefully, because you're a pace chaser. With decent skills. Oh, sorry, decent stats. Well, it's decent skills as well, but decent stats. And the design of a pace chaser is to be towards the front, at least at some point in the race, and hopefully win it. So inevitably, you're hopefully going to go to the front. And Murmur, not Mystifying Murmur. She doesn't have that in her own package. I think she also has Race Planner. So I think she has 4. I'm not looking at her right now, so I have to remember from memory. I think she also has Race Planner, because she's a pace chaser, right? And she gets that naturally if you max her potential, which requires a lot of investment. But if you do that, then you will get Race Planner in every career. As long as you pay for it, you'll get it. And alongside Murmur, which I get from mostly either you win, if you win, guarantee win Satsuki Show, that's the best way to get Murmur. For some reason, Satsuki Show I think only appears in the classic year, but the classic year Satsuki Show, pretty sure it's only the classic year, seems to guarantee grant certain runners a bonus skill. I don't know why. It's very weird. But it seems to be that way, because now that I'm running trying to make actual like horses, I've noticed it in the 2 horses I've made. I've noticed it when I was making Anish Tachyon, and then again later with Narita Taishin. That if you win Sasuke Show in Classic Year, you guarantee get a specific skill every time. And with Narita Taishin winning Sasuke Show, sometimes I got a second skill. That's luck. But it's like not even luck to get the first one. And I think for Narita Taishin, you get like medium something. Can't remember if it's medium corners or medium straights. Maybe medium recovery. But I'm pretty sure it's a medium something. If you win Sasuke Show in Classic Year, you will get that with her, which is weird. But yeah, with Anish Tachyon, you unlock Murmur. If you want Murmur on an Anish Tachyon, you must win Sasuke Show or find another chance-based way. But if you win Sasuke Show, you guarantee getting Murmur access. I think it's 1 clue hint level on Anish Tachyon. So she has that. And she has, yeah, I know, people are saying this is a joke, it's not going to happen. But you never know. The amount of S-Marus in the game that apparently are being used a lot, and a lot of people like to partner out with the Saiyan Sky, so you might see various comp teams with both of them to try and buff each other up, because, yeah, okay, Saiyan Sky does like being in the front, but if she's trying to be in the front of their team, then that can help their S-Maru who wants somebody close behind while being in the front. But regardless, Dominator. I have Dominator on Anish Tachyon, which I know needs you to be near the back, but we'll see about that. We'll see if it's completely bad for a Page Chaser to have Dominator. Some people have definitely said so, because videos I've watched, some people have definitely said, do not have Dominator on a Page Chaser Anish Tachyon. But I do. We'll see. And I think she has like medium corners double circle. Medium straights double circle. Yeah. I don't know why people like corners more than straights when it comes to speed, but that seems to be the thing. Like Mumukaus and Victoria and people, they seem to prefer, especially Mumukaus. But I don't know, because I fret to ask them anything for a number of reasons. But I fret to ask them anything. Mainly around, I don't want to pay them shit, and secondly, they're already inundated in how many people want to pay them to ask questions. So they can do that. I'll sit in the sidelines. I don't want to presume like I'm allowed to ask questions when there are tons of people asking questions that are paying to do it, and I don't wish to do that. So, but I do have questions. I do have plenty of questions because I'm interested. But I don't know why they seem to like corners moving straights. To me, it doesn't make any sense. The reason why I chose medium straights is because this course for Leo Cup and most courses coming in the future will be straight corner, something like that. This one ends on a corner, does start on a straight, there's 2 uphills. Apparently there's no downhill. That also doesn't make any sense to me. That would be another question I ask. How do you have 2 uphills when it's a loop, but there's no downhill? In order to get an uphill, it's like an Escher painting. How are you getting uphill and an uphill again without a downhill in the same loop? What? Anyway, whatever. There's a lot I don't understand. The Bofa thing, that, plenty. Why people seem to like corners. The reason why I like straights more than corners, okay, is, think about it this way. When you're starting a race, what do you want to do? You want to accelerate. You want to speed up. You want to, put your energy into it. Get into a good position. Especially for Page Chaser, right? So you want to start with energy and acceleration and movement and velocity, and things like medium straights can help you do it. And then once you're, already expended some of that energy in the start of the race, you'll be lower in energy and you'll hit a corner. And that's like the perfect timing for swinging Maestro, in my head. I don't know how the game developers work their game and why some strategies work and others don't, but in my head, I'm thinking, get out the gate, get out strong, put the energy into it, activate medium straights instead of corners, because I want that to activate first. So then you use your energy, you get into good position, you get to the corner, now the corner starts, you're lower in energy, okay, you need energy replacement, perfect, swinging Maestro. Get the energy back with the corner. That to me makes sense. But for a lot of people, it seems like they want medium corners, which to me, I feel like, I don't know, this is another question I have so many questions. isn't there some sort of debilitation, some sort of like lower chance risk, some sort of like element whereby you can't necessarily have a million skills activating at the same time? Yes, in order for groundwork to work, it is effectively kind of 4 skills activating at the same time, because 3 of them have to activate at the start at the same time, and that triggers groundwork to work as well. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So maybe there's no limit, but I just feel naturally, from my experience of watching hundreds of races and so on, that you're kind of like in a queue, and if you block the queue, it would make sense to me, if I made the game, that if too much blocking of the skill queue and not a good placement ideology would screw you up, because the more, the less are likely to activate. Maybe that's just a random hypothesis I just made up out of thin air, but you know, like, that is something why I don't want everything on the corner. Like, I don't want, if I had medium corners and swinging maestro, I would be concerned that it would lower the chance of both proccing, because they're both kind of occupying the same time slots. I don't know if that's really true. Also, it's kind of weird, right? Why are you regaining energy as you're using it, instead of using the energy you have first and then regaining it after? That to me makes a lot more sense. So that's why I'm thinking, like, conceptually, it makes more sense to me to want to have medium straightaways, use the energy, and then replenish with the swinging maestro, than having them both trigger at the same time. Maybe even swinging maestro triggers before the medium corners, and then you haven't used any of your energy. You're at the top of your energy bar, effectively. You can't really go any higher. Swinging maestro is wasted, and now you use medium corners, and now you start losing energy, and you lose all the energy, and you don't get any way to gain it back, because the swinging maestro happened first. That hits the ceiling, doesn't do anything, and then the medium corners. That sounds awful. So I really want straights and then maestro, straights and maestro, straights and maestro. You know, like, it makes more sense to me. Whether that's how the game works, I have no idea. So I picked straights, but it seems like most people like corners more. Maybe because it's harder to retain speed on a corner. I don't know. I really don't. Anyway, yeah, I have my team for Leo Cup. I am excited for Leo Cup. I have my team for it. If it will work out is another matter entirely. But that's the team I have for Leo Cup. And then I made a Narita Taishin, and I made a pretty nice late Surger-esque Narita Taishin. And I noticed something, by the way. Now that I've started grinding horses, that sounds terrible, but, you know, started training loads of the same horse with the same parents over and over again to try and get a good race horse for these CMs, I have noticed something very useful, which is how, at least to some degree, the aptitude buffs you get from your legacy parents work. As in to say, I am getting, like, with my Narita Taishin, there is some variance between what each of them as a legacy parent give to your next trainee in terms of aptitude buff, but almost all of them do the same exact thing. And I think the reason why is heavily because of the parents I was using were the same. Other Narita Taishins that I had prior to that, with different parents, offer very different buffs. Like, I had one with, you know, Daiwa Scarlet, and I can't remember who. Was it Airgroove? I can't remember. And then the next one had Mejiro Ryan and Machikar Dardes. The Mejiro Ryan and Machikar Dardes, I don't know how you pronounce that really. The fuck you Kataru. Had, like, which is how I built my racehorse. All had, like, I think it's +1 on Frontrunner and +1, or is it +2? I can't remember exactly, but it was like all the same. Maybe it was not even +1 on Frontrunner. No, I don't think it was. It was just +2 on Mile, I think. Ended up giving me +2 on Mile a lot. And now I'm using one that got +2 on Mile and +1 on Late to get Raishawa's aptitudes from C on Mile to A on Mile, and from C on Late to B on Late. And then the other parent I have is a Majira McQueen, which is actually the Majira I'm planning to run in Leo, which buffs both Frontrunner and Late. So her natural is to have B on Frontrunner, C on Late, and C on Mile, and I can get them with those two all up to A. And I like getting ones up to A because I really like Pink Sparks. And I like having S's if I can. But yeah, just like a whole like with her now, like kind of like almost every decent, reasonable, within reach aptitude is at A when I start a Raishawa build. But she is impossible to train. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of that. You want to know about some of the things? That's only some of the things I've been doing, but I've been doing a lot of like Uma Musume offline. Expanded against stress-based training. I do enjoy pretty much everything. Like, it is my favorite IP to come out this year. My choice for Game of the Year this year is Uma Musume Pretty Derby, for sure. No question. I really love it. But this Raishawa situation is aggravating. It's insane how bad she is to train. Like, I've tried all sorts of things. It's so frustrating. I'm even looking into power, trying to pump power so that she can fucking do something. Oh, it's miserable. It's absolutely miserable, and I don't get it. She's so much worse than every other horse I've ever trained. For, like, you know, throwing away a run. It's ridiculous. I hate her. But I love her still. She is a waifu for me, but she's my favorite of the ones you can get with the ticket. Which is why I used the ticket after I had already, you know, used the random selection ones. But bloody hell, I was not expecting to sign up for this horrendous training challenge. It's awful. It's actually awful. This is the recipe. These are the ingredients. But yeah, especially after having been able to, by hook or crook, win, even though it was Group B, the Cancer Cup, and get, you know, I didn't even notice I got 1,500 carats, but I must have, because I have the flare now, Cancer Cup bronze. Made me very happy because I hadn't even started, you know, doing any of that yet. I was just, you know, old spiky straight. I was just doing missions because there's so many missions you can do. Jelly jam. is gold beehive. It's weird how it's not lighting up. These two. They're not lighting up though, they're not flashing. This is weird. Are there any other gold beehives or is that it? No, there's a couple more. Red, blue, red, blue. Are they all red, blue? That's terrible if they are. I wish I could collect them all together. They seem to be all red, blue. Well, those two are. Where's the other two? Do I only have two? And I wish this would work. Oh, it does work now? I only have two. I only have two. And they're both the same. Really? That's so annoying. Cause like I can't have red to red, that's not possible, and the only ones I have to start with are red and this one ends in red. That's so annoying. So I can't do the gold beehive yet. I just can't do it. That is irritating. Can't do it. I can't do the super powder yet. Which, you know, I'm pretty sure I have super powder and I can copy super powder with as much as I want. That's not a big deal, but I also want to uncover the part of the recipe. It's beneficial. Bloody hell. How much did I lose of my, like, items when I did that fight? Did I lose everything? What happened? So I feel like I picked up some charcoal behind or whatever. It says I don't have any. A select recipe. Ancient behind. I feel like I picked some of that stuff up. No, no, no. Book of Hades nuts. What? So you have to put Forbidden Good Mod something into a slot and change this to this. Well, which slot? Huh? One slot should be like sparkling rainbow colored because of it, and telling me which one it is that I put this in. But it's not. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why? It's supposed to go from here, with this, to here, and it doesn't actually do it? It's supposed to be from a regular Zettel, maybe? That doesn't make any sense. I don't get that at all. There should be a gold steel web, huh? Why only these two are flashing? So weird. Now it's going to get to the other one? No, it's exactly the same. What is going on? No, you just want me to do this. This makes no sense. How did... What? I'm supposed to be able to put Forbidden Grimoire into one of these, and like all the other recipes, and change it from Reinforced Zettel to Book of Hades. And I can't. Whatever. That's very concerning, because, you know, and it's not just for that one, it's going to be for anything related to it as well. Anything that I need Book of Hades for, what do I do then? And anything further down that tree, how am I supposed to get that? What is going on with that? I'm not happy with that. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Daydream Crystal with Tico Metal. We now have Tico Metal, so we can try doing that instead. We'll focus on what we can. Oh my god. Can I copy the alchemic clay? I think it's consumable. Where's alchemic clay? I only have one of them. So it might be a bit difficult to find. Where is it? Of course, you can't order it by alphabetical. For whatever goddamn reason, they thought you shouldn't have that option. Doesn't make any sense to me. There it is. So... Give me that, because it's bad. What do you want? You take him out on it. You sure? Sure it's this one? Yep, it's this one. I would never have thought Tico Metal would belong in, you know. Why are only some of them activating and like ones like this C one now aren't? Holy crystal wire. Well, it ends here, but hey, at least it's something. Yay. So we unlocked something at least. Ingot bug. same stuff that's for this stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Really? But I need a highlight for this. The Tikka metal alone is not known. And I do not know how to get that at all. Which is annoying. Because it would be really nice to be able to upgrade. But for the moment, I'm not even using this. So, let's fix that. Didn't I? Oh, now there's two? God, that makes no sense. Anyway, whatever. They said I had none. Then I unclicked my one, and now it says I have two. What the fuck? Ugh. So we can go straight to the Starlight Color. Well, that's good. If we can do that, that's great. We don't need to worry about the highlight yet. That helps a lot. That helps an awful lot. Because this will give us access to a lot more ingredients, and then we can unlock the other stuff. Even though we don't have direct access to this, we have this because we were able to bypass the need for the highlight. Very helpful. Can we do the same thing again here? We can, can't we? We definitely can. Okay, we'll do that then. Two? So that's one thing that we can do that can greatly help our chances of being able to beat this next boss. Is upgrade all our, you know, 3 Gaver's equipment to max level, max type. Again, it says I have 2. It said I had none before, now it says I have 2. That makes no sense. I didn't unequip 2, I unequipped 1. I don't get it. Very strange. Really? Where? Yeah. Is this because I'm already... Really? Or maybe it's because I didn't connect these? Am I missing something? Am I like... I feel gaslit by the game again. I always feel gaslit by games eventually. Like, this should allow me one of these slots to do exactly the same thing I just did with the scythe. And it doesn't. These are not. What? I mean, I might as well make the gold one. I might as well make the gold one. But yeah, that's annoying. Why wasn't I allowed to do this? And we've used basically the ancients. You know how we got 3 of these, right? It's because did I use this recipe or did I use this recipe? That's one of the things I feel gaslit about. I used this recipe, right? Because I unequipped the axe first. This is what I mean by being gaslit. I don't even remember what recipe I did to get this. Did I start from this one? So then I added the ingredient, the Tikka metal, in through this to get to this. try this again. Yeah. I put the Tikiman onto here. I changed the... Yeah. But it wouldn't let me do it for the... So weird. So weird. Dumb. What's dumb? This is dumb. I don't have enough sharp things. I don't know what to do. Oh. Alright. Well, that's definitely upgraded our equipment. But now I need more sharp fangs. You got the max axe. And I can't do that. Whatever. That is irritating. What other things can we do? Okay. Try to find the thing that we have most common on, so I don't have to worry about having it. What is it? The balls. Suck my balls. I mean, what? These balls. Sure. Or do I? I want this, huh? But I don't want to use that? I don't know. No, I do want to use that. Yeah, I do. This is fine. And we can go again? We can go again. I don't necessarily want to go again because I want to unlock this. We'll go again immediately afterwards. Right. We got all of that. That's good. So, am I happy with giving this away? What is this thing? I'm not happy with that giving that away. But I can do something about it because this allows me to do it, unlike the other one. Which is to go back to here. Just looking for what I have a lot of. I have a lot of yellow to blue. So now we do the same again with the balls. Suck my beautiful balls. What? These balls. I say that too many times. Get rid of this. It has to be one of these. I guess. It's fine. And then from here go through to that one? What do I need here? It has to be that. It has to be these. And for some reason it's not activating. It's like not shining. Well, I hope it works. And we don't use the twig, I guess. We did use something else.
想像以上この調子でどんどん新しいものに挑戦しよう。どれにしようかな。
Right. Lang walk. Sure.
まずはこれを入れて。
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
これは外せないよね。
Does this have access to Langwall? I'm not a big fan of where they place the, you know, the names of them, because I don't, my eye naturally doesn't connect to that as I'm looking. I'm not gonna be able to avoid this time, huh? That is annoying. But I guess we can go back to the other one then. It's okay. Does this allow me to do like what? What the fuck? Recipe not unlocked. Since this recipe is not unlocked. This is very strange. I don't get some of this stuff. Like, what am I supposed to do with V-Hubs? There's supposed to be a way for me to change what this is? Holy shit. There it is. That's why. These are catalyst-based parts. Uh-oh. So that's what I have to do. I guess I get it now. It's really annoying. But I guess I get it now. The reason why I couldn't do some of the other ones as well is because I need to be able to change its typing. It's really weird. But okay. Somehow we're supposed to be able to access Hainlight by now. Presumably, because we have access to it. Maybe now that I've upgraded my equipment, I might be able to do that. Huh. Those things, those catalysts, are obtained by killing monsters, special colored monsters, in the dimensional pass, which I haven't been doing enough of, as evident by the fact that I don't have any of those things. So we can go from Manolite through Resleriana to get Black Agujera. Is that right? Why is it faded like that? Because there's oof. I've got to change it to green blue. What was the thing that I wanted to do that I couldn't because both are red? I've forgotten. If we go back to alchemy fibers, we might be able to make it through to this. Ah. Still don't have that tongue thing. That's why this is grey. This is grey, not greyed out, but like grey shaded. So we just skip this. Use the spare hole supply word. Let's get the Clavier bound. Then we have access to this. This is Clavier bound. Okay. Weird. How do I get strong alchemy fibers other than through this recipe chain? So what I need for these? One of wax line. So odd. Well, I don't think we have the ingot bug yet. Can we even know like how to get this thing, or is that completely off limits? Gathering locations. Okay, so it is probably all about having a higher level net. Just fine. Because now we have higher level. This is very strange. What does that say? It says fuel? Let's get the flame. Yeah, I wanted Resleriana into Gold Beehive and Super Pattern. Was that the one that I couldn't do because of the same color? Now I've got a way to fix that. Yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This was it. So now, what? No, not that. Perfect. That's actually right. Perfect. We don't have that yet. We don't have this yet. Because of that, we can't do this stuff. But with the better net that we got, these might be available if we go around again everywhere, which we will do. Because we need to strengthen up for this ridiculous boss fight. Because, you know, I try to save this stuff off. I notice a lot of, like, menuing and shit. But this stuff needs to happen once you get to the point like I have, where that boss fight's too much. And, you know, you're kind of always wary of that at some point, all of this is going to need to happen. As for this shit, this is not like the Black Agujero in the other menu. I don't understand why... Oh no, I guess I do. I guess I do, but I have to... What kind of thing is this? What is the... No, what is this? Yeah, the grey. What is it? A fuel? It's three things. It's a synthesis, it's a fuel, and it's something else. Those symbols are supposed to mean something to me. But I have to guess what those symbols mean. To the right of the image. Why do the games do this? Are they just stupid? Whereby they're like, oh yeah, everyone knows what that means. No, of course we fucking don't. We didn't make the game. What the hell are you talking about? We don't have it all memorized what these fucking symbols mean. How are we supposed to bloody know? Like, I just don't understand. There's so much space on the screen. Just space them out and write fuel, whatever, synthesis items. More than enough space. But it's like, no, I don't need that. Just have these random fuck symbols that we're supposed to fucking know. I don't know what these symbols mean. It's just so stupid. It's like they don't understand. They're not making the game for themselves. You didn't make the game so that you would play it, right? You made the game so that other people who didn't make it would play it? Then how about you don't be a dumbass? Come on. Because I'm sorry, but to me that's just stupid. Not to think that... And there's all sorts of games do this. Trials of Cold Steel is the one that always springs to mind. Because, like, there are tons of these fucking annoying-ass, small-ass symbols. I'm supposed to know what they mean under the characters. Because the GUI for battle is where you have, like, the characters listed on the bottom. With, like, the left-hand side, I think. Or maybe it's the right-hand side. I think it's the right-hand side, actually. Also, there's a really annoying fly going about. For the turn order obviously makes sense to some degree. Although, maybe not all the additional buffs and debuffs that go on with the turn order. But, you know, any of those sort of symbols, there should be a clear, like, legend or something that tells you what they mean. And not, like, tucked away in the back end of whatever. But like something that's pretty obvious. Like if it was like Fire Emblem, which is a game I have many complaints about. But one thing I really like about Fire Emblem is that when you look at like a character menu and you have all these various different stats and everything, the amount of customization and movability that you have with your cursor to say, oh, this weird random item over here, this symbol, what is it? And then tick, 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 you know, go over there. Okay, that symbol there, yeah. What does it mean? And then you click it, or it even comes up hovered, and it will tell you what it is. Like on the character screen, there's like tons of weird shit that doesn't make any sense to anybody who hasn't played or doesn't memorize the entire fucking thing, which is most people. And in Fire Emblem, you can actually hover over the individual and it will tell you what it is. There's so many games that just like, oh, you know, why didn't you learn the book of hundreds of hieroglyphics that you're supposed to fucking know because you want to play this game? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. More games need to understand that that is not satisfactory. That is not reasonable. They don't seem to get in their heads. It's really annoying. I don't understand. And these are I'm talking about games that I like. Like I love Atelier. How about you do that better? You know, I'm not. You know, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to get to the bottom of things, both in how they understand how to make their games, and also what they could do better, and explain what they should do better, and what they should not expect from people to just know. Yeah, Radiant Plate with Fluid. Be good.
これは外せないよね。
Again, it's not shining. I don't know if it's bugged or whatever, but it will work, seemingly, if I do all this correctly.
いいんじゃない？うまくいってる。
Yeah, see, it does work, even though it wasn't shining. Which again is very strange. It should be shining. That's what they told us at the beginning, is how you identify what works and what doesn't, is if it's shining. And then half of them don't. And again, this game, compared to like other Gus games, just seems so half-assed. Like, really not well put together. There's just so many things like that. It's just like,
よし、調合開始。
how am I supposed to know? I think it works. I'm pretty sure it should work. But like, I don't know until you give me confirmation that it does.
忘れないようにメモしておかなくちゃ。どれにしようかな。
Velvetus, which is the next in line after Flugel, huh? But we don't have a recipe for this yet. But yeah, again here, yeah, the Langwalk thing. Can I have information on this? Yeah. Did he say it was a Fred's? Gas is Fred's. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm being dumb, but even then, it's like a little bit out of the way. Why you put it here instead of in here? And I mean not the symbol, the name. Okay, so gas is in Fred's, huh? I guess it is a Fred-looking thing. Yeah, I don't know what they call it. A cylinder of Fred. I don't know what they call that. Fred reel. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is Fred. So your Freds or gases. In this thing, you need a catalyst to apply to change one of them into either Freds or gases, and then apply the Langwalk into this recipe, and then you'll get this. Because it doesn't come with it in its default recipe. You have to change the recipe to get there. Which is fine. Right. Sure. Monochrome with Blessed Feather.
これは外せないよね。
This is weird, because like the feather pin is right here, but it doesn't show up here. Is this another bug? Like I even have this particular recipe here. This is feather pin. It's grayed out because it suggests that I haven't made it yet. I don't have the recipe, at least. Maybe, not that I haven't made it yet. This specifically suggests that I don't have the recipe, I think. Either way, here it is. What is going on with that? Just so much weird shit. That's like, make your goddamn game better, please. It's very annoying. You should be able to make it better than this. It's freaking fly right in my face. I thought it's winter now. Why aren't they all dead? So this one's flashing, which I don't really want to use only as I'm one of, whereas these are not. This is denoting that this is an item that works to recipe morph. This is the flash I'm talking about. But it should be flashing on all 6 of these. But it isn't. Like, what the literal fuck? Like, because if I put this here, it's gonna work. Oh, yeah, unless it's not blue yellow. Oh, okay. Blue, okay. That's why. I guess you're right this time. You win this time, damn it! Didn't I already make this? It's weird. I swear I'd already made that. I already made that. What the hell is that? Ah!
さて、何を作る？これは外せないよね。
What on earth is here? Is anything flashing here that tells me it could work? No, not really. But this is the purple sparkle compared to, say, this one. These two have the purple sparkle, this one doesn't. That says that these are the points where you can recipe morph. But what the hell are you supposed to recipe morph here? I have no idea. Where is it again? I can't find it again. There. Yeah, sure, whatever. Ah! I didn't mean to cancel it. Oh my god. Oh, I don't mean to cancel it. Oh. Whatever. I do that way too often. I don't like the arrangement of the buttons. Interesting. I see you aren't going to do that. Weird.
れじゃなかった。
I'm so confused.
いいんじゃない？ひらめいちゃった。よし、調合想像以上の、忘れないようにメモしておかなくちゃ。 どれにしようかな。
Celestial Silverstone. What is it? Grand Prix? Silverstone. And why is this gate grayed out? I have 5 of them. Clearly have the recipes right at the beginning. Why is that grayed out? It doesn't make sense, man. None of it makes sense. What? My last moment. Oh, for the love of God. No, but that doesn't matter. I don't want to finish this.
今は使い時じゃないかも。 よし、調合、この調子でどんどん新しいものに挑戦しよう。
Oh, okay.
さーて、何を作ろう。これは外せないよね。これにしようかな。
No?
ここはこれでっと。
Yuck. This is why it doesn't shine up.
これにしようかな。 いい反応だね。
That's not good enough? That makes no sense. Baby Worm is not Baby Menace. They look exactly the same. Oh my god. Man, I don't know. It's so awkward.
あと、これじゃなかった。
Doesn't look like I'll be advancing any of that anytime soon.
これは外せないよね。
What is this? Why is this one? Did you see that? Like, this one was highlighted like this. But I wasn't there, I was here. Except it was still highlighted like that. I went all the way over to it, and then went away, and the highlight disappeared. Atelier Resleriana Mark II for shit version, ladies and gentlemen. This game is so half-assed and bad. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can always rewind with the new rewind feature back to the beginning of this part. Just this, when I'm on this menu. Watch from the beginning of that. And you'll notice that this is highlighted like this. Looks like this. I'm over here. I walk all the way down to here. And I leave it. And then it goes. Like, what the fuck is this rubbish? Bugs everywhere, short-sightedness everywhere, lack of polish here and there, just what a load of shit. For a series I love, they botched the fuck out of this. They really did. It's awful. It's really bad. Really bad. Wood Sprite Raiment. Fantastic. Yeah, I know. Shut up. You mean we don't have anything to work with this? Oh, surely we do. No, we don't. Mother. Alright, whatever. I guess we'll do that later. You know what I do need to do now? Pee. So I'll be right back. Hello. Alright, so we're getting through this skill tree stuff. We still have this to make. And we can go here with it. That might be useful. Oh. What about this one? Different weapons for each of them, huh? Fair enough. Upgrading their weapons would probably be a very helpful idea. I don't have many ingots. Did I say one of them was cheap? Yes. Shit. I'm gonna need a lot more money. I'm also going to need a lot more Silvali. There it is. So yeah, upgrading all their equipment would be useful, for sure. Oh, for the love. Really? You have to be red over time? You could stop that, you know. So annoying. And one of these? Oh my god, everything is annoying. I don't even have yellow to red. At all. Yellow to red is just not a thing. Are you serious? Oh, this is irritating. My god, I can't do any of these. I can't do any of them. For one stupid reason or another, I can't do any of them. If this works, thank God. We can upgrade one of them. Then we have a full Eisen. Okay. Well, that will certainly help.
よし、調合がすっごくうまい。忘れないようにメモしておかなくちゃ。
Cool. Very good.
どれにしようかな。
Oh, okay, Adjourn. Okay, Adjourn. Interesting. Okay, Adjourn.
これは外せないよね。
Did it say I only had one of those? Did I just copy like 10 of them? What on earth? It's purple to red again. So it's going to suck. Well, maybe if it allows me to do it here, maybe it still works, which would then give me an opportunity to change this a little bit. Well, I mean, if it's purple to red here, then okay. Never mind. Can I remove this?
間違い間違い。いいんじゃない。
Flourish heart.
ひらめいちゃった。
Yeah, it's so weird how these are positioned here, but then there's all these up here. What?
これにしようかな。
This is the problem when you don't have a nice alphabetical order.
いいんじゃない。
Excuse me, Wandering Staff. Critical damage by 11%.
私天才じゃない。
So then we need to get the okay adjourn to be able to do this again. But this is going to be very helpful.
よし、調合
We need to get everybody up to this.
忘れないようにメモしておかなくちゃ。
Before we fight the boss, we absolutely need everybody to get up to their max weapon. That's just
どれにしようかな。
doesn't make any sense otherwise to go for it, really. Even though I was able to hold on quite a while, but wasn't able to do any damage because I didn't have, you know, proper equipment. Dumb. So going in without proper equipment is dumb. Man, we need to try and ways to increase critical right then. If they're all going to turn into critical damage stuff. Right.
さーて、何を作ろう。
But yeah, that is obnoxious. We're gonna need to make more Sylvalia that is not
これは
Red
外せないよ
Starter?
ね。
It seems. Because what? Will these work now?
ここはこれで。
I want to work at Connor.
いいんじゃない。
Alright. Or is this one I've already done? I don't think it is.
ひらめいちゃった。ここはこれでっと。うまくいってる。 ひらめいちゃった。
Pretty sure I haven't done this one before. Or have I? No, maybe I have.
やっぱり他の。
I'm not certain on that. No, it was this. It's just so confusing. Because it didn't seem to work before. Oh whatever. It didn't seem like it was wanting to work before. Because I don't want to waste anything.
ひらめいちゃった。
That's fine.
これにしようかな。
We'll just do it again.
いい反応だね。
Takes like 5 seconds.
ひらめいちゃった。うまくいきます。すっごく。さーて、何を作ろう。
What? Ah, we did make a previous one. Ah, God. This thing is so confusing. Why is it there? What?
さーて、
But I checked it was there here. Why is it? What the fuck? Oh, they've been added. I see now. That's really annoying. Like they added the 2 recipes prior. So these 3 all belong to the last character. These 3 belong to the previous character. That is annoying.
まずはこれを入れて。
We can't because this is fucking green red.
やっぱり他の。
So we need to make more Sylvalia that doesn't start with red.
これは
Which can be done.
外せないよね。 いい反応だね。
Yeah, this one starts with blue.
うまくいってる。
Oh, sorry, it starts with pink. Oh.
よし、ちょうどすっごく。さーて。
This one starts with pink, then we can go back to here.
まずはこれを入れて。
Yeah.
ここはこれ。
So this will work.
うまくいってる。ひらめいちゃった。
Really? You're annoying as shit. Of course you're gonna be green. Oh my god. That's so annoying! Of course it's gonna be the worst color. Oh. Every time the worst color, right? Of
こ
course
れ
it
は
is.
外せないよね。
It's such bullshit. So we need you to not start with green?
いいんじゃない。 これにしようかな。
What? We need something that starts with purple. Alright, that should be fine. Fuck me. And why does it have to be like that? Every time the worst color.
すっごくうまくいったね。さーて、何
It
を
just
作ろ
would
う。
be Sod's Law on me, wouldn't it?
これは外せないよね。
I'd repeat both because that's stupid bullshit.
これにしようかな。
Um,
いいんじゃない。
don't think I know how to change the colors. Tell me you got something that goes from green to red. I'm gonna have to do this again. You're telling me nothing in this huge pile goes from green to red. What is what? So typical. So fucking typical. It's not even funny. So typical. Alright, so not green and not red. Fuck. So then I want something like this. Into this. Now maybe it'll work. Unbelievable. No, that one, not that one, no. Whatever color I pick, it's always wrong. Unless I check ahead of time. It's so fucked. We're gonna need something that raises critical rate, because everyone wants to go into critical damage, which is kind of annoying. Expensive. Look at the damage difference. 57 or 52 I should say. 52. Not yet. 59. 49. Yes and what? What did I want to repeat? I know there's something, I just forgot what it was. forgot what it was.
これでいいかい？お仕事完了だぜ。
I'm gonna need to go back home.
どこへ行こうか。ひとっ飛びよ。さて、何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますよ
How
う
to
に。
easily make money in this game.
こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。お買い得ですよ。売り上げが出てますよ。こんな感じか。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。
どこに行く？
アトリエに帰る？私が見てきたアトリエとは全然雰囲気が違うな。どれを増やすんだ。
Still forgot
増
what
や
I
したい
needed
も
to
のを
copy.
選んでくれよ。これを増やすんだな。お仕事完了だぜ。これを増やすんだな。よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これでいいかい？よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これを増やすんだな。お仕事完了だぜ。これでいいかい？お仕事完了だぜ。これでいいかい？よっしゃ。じゃあこれを増やすんだな。お仕事完了だぜ。これでいいかい？よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これを増やすんだな。よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これを増やすんだな。これを増やすんだな。よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これでいいかい？よっしゃ。じゃあ始める。これでいいかい？よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これを増やすんだな。これを増やすんだな。お仕事完了だぜ。これを増やすんだな。よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これを増やすんだな。よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これを増やすんだな。よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。これでいいかい？よっしゃ。じゃあこれを増やすんだな。お仕事完了。これを増やすんだな。よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。
I have everything in order. Unfortunately, it sticks to that order this way. Which is
これでいいかい？お仕事完了だぜ。
nice. I can see what I have less than 5 of and immediately increase it. I don't necessarily want to do that.
これでいいかい？お仕事完了だぜ。
Mostly when it comes to equipment like this should be
じゃあこれを増やすんだな。お仕事完了だぜ。
upgrade to 6 of them. However, honestly, I probably don't want that over this. That's probably better, right?
これでいいかい？
And I've run out of money again.
どこに行こうかな。行ってきま
Back we go
ー
to do the same thing again.
す。さて、何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。こんにちは。お店は順調。これでどうでしょう。売り上げが出てますよ。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。どこに行きますか。アトリエに行くのかな。この床の模様は何かしら。どれを増やすんだ。増やしたいものを選んでくれよ。
Defense 80. What the fuck? Insane. However, that's even better. Jesus Christ. And we go again! Just sell more. This is gonna make a huge difference. Good. That actually isn't... No, that is better. Yeah, that is better. They're all lab technicians. Yeah. Sure.
どこへ行くんだ。
Let's go sell some shit again.
さて何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。こんにちは。お店は順調でお買い得ですよ。売り上げが出てますよ。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。
どこへ行くんだ。アトリエに向かうか。
Well, improving our equipment is a very important step, isn't it?
どれを増やすんだい。増やしたいものを選んでくれよ。これでいい
Let's
かい。
make 5 of this.
お仕事完了だぜ。
Looks pretty good. -2 in speed. Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, minus a little bit on speed. Especially that health is very nice. Is there a critical rate one? Right.
どれにしようかな。これは外せないよね。
I don't want to do this one. This is fucking fine.
これは外せないよね。
Sure. What?
ここはこれでっと。
It's either green or blue, really? Oh my god. Okay, fine. Don't make green or blue. Bloody hell. Damn, it's annoying.
これは外せないよね。
Always the wrong color, no matter what. So stupid. So I need, yeah, I need
うまくいってる。
green and blue.
いいんじゃない。うまくいってる。よし、調合、想像。どれにしようかな。
So irritating. So unnecessary to be this.
これは外せないよね。 これにしようかな。いいんじゃない。
So unnecessary to be this
ひ
stupid
らめい
bloody
ちゃった。
irritating. Oh my god.
ここはこれでっと。いいんじゃない。
Ugh.
これにしようかな。
I'll use blue yellow. No, no blue yellow. This is blue yellow. Only one again. Ugh. Oh, blue
ここ
red.
はこれでっと。
Is my blue red even? Oh my god, it's that one. Oh. Yellow red. Oh, blue
う
green.
まくいってる。
Good, finally, Jesus.
ひらめいちゃった。よし、調合。すっごく忘れないようにメモしておかなくちゃ。
Well, we did that. That's
さあ
done now.
何を作ろう。と。
So, everybody's definitely gained quite the boost. So, what else?
どれを増やすんだい。増やしたいものを選んでくれよ。 これを増やすんだな。よっしゃ。じゃあ始めるぜ。
Right. So we have 3 revivers. Oh, these do not have many charges on them. But we have 3. I mean, honestly, probably try again now. Kind of buffs the skill tree, the other one. I've forgotten what they're weak to, by the way. Completely forgotten. Ooh, critical rate by 15%. Oh, that is nice. She might be exactly what I need, eh? Moly moly. Mistral Bringer. Deals air damage to an enemy and boosts the critical rate of attacks it receives by 20%. That's quite nice. Yeah. Follow-up attacks. Jesus. So what I fancy doing is trying to give this boss another go. See how far we are away. And then calling it for this game, moving on to some Digimon. Especially if we don't succeed. Doesn't mean I want my downfall being rooted for, but I'm more likely to switch over if we don't make it than if we do.
湖で釣った魚をすぐにそばの焚き火で焼いて食べられるなんて素敵ですね。
うまそうな魚はいるから。
これで新しく何か作れそうね。
Totally off a branch.
取り除くほかないよ。ついてこられるか。
こんなやり方、絶対間違ってる。情けは無用ですわね。
何にしても本は返してもらうぞ。
リアスちゃん、
They are a
スレイさん
lot weaker.
気をつけて。二人は一筋縄じゃいかないよ。動きを封じる手も使ってくるそうです。うまく防ぎきれるといいんですけど。作戦見っけ。私にやらせて。
I would like that part.
今のチャンス。始めるわよ。私から行くよ。私もまだまだ。
仕留める。切り払う。いくぞ。はっ。いや。力が湧いてくる。攻めるぞ。この一撃で この手を使う。
Yeah, this garbage again.
これはどうだ。
私の勝つ。
言い切った。
邪魔はさせません。
この手を使う。
Stop it.
これはどうだ。
He's nearly dead.
この手を使う。
He really is going again, man.
そこをどけ。
Oh, that is so stupid.
これ以上やらせないかな。弱点見っけ。私にやらせて。
任せろ。世話が焼けるな。
ありがとう。一気に行くわ。一気に行くわ。始めよう。まずは私。
今度こそ守り抜く。
まだまだ。この地形切ったよ。受け切れまして。弱点見っけ。私にやらせて。
Shut up.
決めた。
This guy is so annoying. And I can't stop. Doing damage to him doesn't do anything.
よし。
Like doing damage to him does nothing because he keeps healing like crazy. I have to kill him.
援護するよ。
ありがとう。これはどうだ。
Ah, try to defend.
情けは無用ですわね。油断したわ。
Oh, shit.
許さないんだから。
この手を使う。
Here we go again.
これはどうだ。
私の勝つ。
しまった。
邪魔はさせ
この
ません。
手を使う。
I'm not defending.
これはどうだ。また。
Oh, that's insane.
無茶しすぎだ。俺の後ろに。
So fucking annoying. Oh,
俺に続
God.
け。
続きます。
助かります。
復活。
次は俺だ。そこだ。
Oh my God, so annoying.
突撃。 やるよ。 まずは私。
合わせる。
続きます。いらっしゃい。
行くぞ。はっ。いやここで仕留める。せいや、そこだ。
We don't need to be attacking him, we need to be attacking her.
任せといて。道具を使うよ。ありがとうございます。これもおまけです。
そこをどけ。
正解して差し上げましょう。おとなしくなさいな。
これはどうだ。
Jesus Christ.
立て直さないとな。
Oh my god.
今は下がってなさい。
これで一気に行こう。
He's getting buffed again.
よし、行くぞ。切り開く。
No, he's getting buffed again.
そこだ。行くぞ。はっ。いや。
行くよ。行くよ。
What he gained the buff again.
行くよ。
続けていくぞ。この
よし。
We're definitely doing better than we did before, I think.
力を
But I don't think it's
思いっきり。私も行きます。
ついてこられるか。
Christ.
この力受け切れまして。弱点見っけ。私にやらせて。
Ugh.
手数で攻めるか。
まずは私。
ありがとう。合わせる。ついてこられるか。
いい調子。
弱点をつけそうだ。俺に任せてくれ。
よし。
We're definitely doing better, there's no question about it. Definitely doing
もう
better.
怒ったんだから。
But I think we're gonna run out of items.
強さが必要ですよね。
Before we get
この手を使う。
Here comes this bullshit healing crap again. And attack.
これはどうだ。弱点をつけそうだ。俺に任せてくれ。 やるぞ。次は俺だ。そこだ。
正解して差し上げましょう。
この手を使う。
Run out of that shit!
取られるか。
いい調子。弱点見っけ。私にやらせて。
Please run out of that shit.
決めた。
You're so aggravating.
もう怒ったんだから。
この手を使う。安の中へ。
Shut up.
私の勝ち邪魔はさせません。あいつの弱点私に任せなさい。始めよう。まずは私。
助かる合わせるいくぞはっ前に出る 一気に行こう攻めるぞこの一撃でそこだ俺の力をくれてやる
I definitely think that if I upgraded their weapon, their items as well.
今がチャンス。今がチャンス。
今がチャンス。
今がチャンス。
ブルブルですか。
私から行くよ。続きます。私も。
よそ見をするなよいやそこだ
美しいでしょ。
ついてこられるか諦めが悪い
気をつけて。何かしてくるよ。
What the fuck?
攻めるぞ
He gained a ton of shit. Why is he getting that one? Oh my god. Oh no.
攻めるぞ
This could be what we lose. Because I don't want to get the buff, so I can't use an item to say.
正面突破だはあ
I can do that. Only one person? And then I run out.
任せろ世話が焼けるな隙だらけだたそこだ
楽しませてください。
ここだ
体が軽い。すごい攻撃が来そう。今のうちに備えなきゃ。
Why am I expected to beat this? It's crazy.
よし、やるよ。
Ugh.
突撃。よし。外さないんだから。食らっちゃえ。
これ以上遊んでいる暇はない悪あがきもこれまでだこの一撃で吹き飛べ
I can't do anything about that. What the hell is that?
これ以上やらせないから。成敗して差し上げましょう。
ついてこられるか
Oh my god,
邪魔
again?
をするな
Oh my god, what is that?
ここは私が。体が
What is this crazy nonsense?
行くよ。これを使うよ。まだ戦えるよ。おとなしくなさいな。見えたわ。あいつの弱点。私に任せなさい。
Utterly insane.
捕らえた。
Oh my god.
手数で攻めるか。
始めるわよ。私から行くよ。
合わせる。
まだまだ。
行くぞ。
Oh lordy.
行きます。これさえあれば。
今度こそ守り抜く。
はい、おまけ。楽しませてください。出てちゃった。
これはどうだ。
Again.
極度の闇を見せて。
Excuse me?
これ以上やらせないから。
下がってろ。
How is that fair?
ここで食い止める。
任せといて。
How is that fair?
行くよ。援護するよ。
What the fuck?
助かるよ。
美しいでしょ。
How was that fair? You just wiped out 3 of my team members in a one hit. What was I supposed to do about that? No, I didn't.
仕留める。
We lose. Because this is bullshit. What are the weaknesses again?
捕らえた。
Wind, electric. What a joke. We lose because of that ridiculous move.
こいつを嫌え。
王の前にひれ伏しなさい。
立て直さないとな。
And now she's gonna go nuts.
これ
I can't do anything.
で持ってて助かった。これはどうだ。
He's gonna, of course, try to weaken one. This again.
と思うな。
This again.
ここだ。
So if I don't time the defense on that, it is over.
行くよ。道具を使うよ。
助かるよ。
戯れはしまいといたしましょう。
What am I supposed to do about this?
王テスから葬って差し上げます。光栄を胸に散りとなりなさい。
That's super over.
力が湧いてくる。これで
It's so insane.
準備は大事だ
I need to see someone else do this fight because this is insane.
ついてこられるか耐えてみせろ
You just get to have a million goes. You just get to have a million goes. Now you get to dual mix again. And now he gets this special and what on earth is this rubbish? What is it?
攻めるぞ前に出る
We did better than last time, but
この一撃で
this is an insane fight.
ここだ
I mean, this fight is insane. Right.
どこへ行くんだ
We'll replenish our monies
じゃあ行きましょ
and
う
then we'll save. Call it for this. Like I said,
さて何を並べ
I
よう
will
かな
end it. Especially if I lose again.
売れますように何を並べようかな
That's what we're gonna do.
売れますように何を並べようかな
Absolutely insane.
売れますように何を並べようかな
I really don't get why we're expected to be able to beat that.
売れますように何を並べようかな売れますように
Crazy fight. What they're allowed to do to me
何を並べようか
is
な
actually absurd.
売れますように何を並べようかな
You see how I just wiped the fucking entire half the team?
売れますように
What is that
何を並べ
rubbish?
ようかな
And he gets to like slaughter one of them as well. It's just absolutely insane.
何を並べようかな売れますように こんにちはお店は順調ですよ売り上げが出てますよこんな感じ妖精さんと仲良く
What
な
I
って
need
き
to
たの
consider, obviously, is yes, the skills, abilities, and also to stock up more on parfums and healing bells on everybody that I can. I believe Rays can, you know, carry healing bells at least. He needs to carry all slots healing bells, so 2 healing bells.
ここにいると
And
なんだ
you
か
need to-
落ち着くんだよ
you
な
know. Like, that's insane. Absolutely insane. Anyway, whatever. I kind of had my break already, but I mean, just to set up, I think it's good if I have another break so that we can switch relatively cleanly over to Digimon. God damn, that fight is so dumb. Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know. Very weird. Like, utterly crazy. We'll try again though next time. But we did quite a bit of alchemy first, didn't we? So, and maybe if we go exploring places, we might find better items. I don't know. maybe if we look at the shops again, they might replenish some new things. You know, all sorts of things you can do potentially. But it is crazy. We got like first third to halfway there, and then they just up the ante like an insane amount and annihilated me at will. Anyway, I'll take a break, and we'll be back with Digimon. See you then.